We begin a new book this week. It's the book of the redemption of the Jewish people from the land of Egypt. And it's called Shemot, the book of names. What a name for a book, especially given that it only begins with names, but then very quickly after that, everyone becomes anonymous in this parsha. I mean, imagine this boy being born and his mother and father not giving him a name. Actually, they themselves don't have a name. They're just called a man who came from the tribe of Levi and a woman who came from the tribe of Levi. Even the two people who were mentioned, the Shifra and Pua, by their name, the rabbis say that's not their real name. That's just talking about how they were midwives. Even the daughter of Pharaoh isn't given her name. I mean, this is something very telling, and it has to do with the very essence of what is going to take us towards freedom. You see, if you take a careful look, the parsha sets up a kind of a contrast, which is actually quite shocking. Kasher vaya'anu oto, ken yirbe v'chen yifrotz. Inasmuch as they became impoverished, so they became even more fruitful and multiplied. That same word, ya'anu, is also going to be the word used to describe the matzah we will eat to celebrate the redemption. It's called Lechem oni, the bread of impoverishment. So we might say it has to do with the suffering, but the man who's going to take them out is actually the person who is the most humble of all, called in Hebrew, Anav Mikol Adam, same root. You see, this doesn't have to do with an impoverishment from wealth or a suffering that's physically imposed. It includes that, but it's actually describing where it leads. It leads to a kind of a humility which isn't a lowliness, but rather it's a sense that when I'm stripped away from all my status, I'm stripped away of my possessions, I'm stripped away of anything which has given me a sense of identity, I'm stripped away even of my name, I come in touch with an essential essence, which is the force of life itself, the dearness of being and existence, and the desire to share in giving that over, because that's all I have. That is the beginning of the deep liberation which is going to take the Jewish people out of the constraints of a land called Mitzrayim, of Egypt, the constraints which are possessions that we've become possessed by and need to become liberated from. On this first, most primal level, we need to get in touch with that power, the humility which is a sense of connectivity with all, a humility which connects us back to the God who is the essence of reality itself, driving life forward. Let's get in touch with that this week in the work that we do as we enter into this book, the book of redemption.